Hi, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys.com, home of technical analysis education. Click the link for a free week trial, no credit card required, and gain access to our multiple live broadcasts daily, community chat room, educational videos, nightly watch lists, and more. Invest in your education and future and join the community today. Hello everyone, looking at Tesla on the daily and weekly time frame. So this past few weeks we've seen a lot of stocks get into a very tight range waiting for a break, and we saw the likes of Netflix and Amazon and Facebook make a bullish break from that tight range. Tesla, not so fortunate. The bears are all over it, and we can see as this range tightened, it was pretty much 2.5, 3 weeks of really boring action. 222 acted as support, and we couldn't get over this 10-day moving average resistance. It kept driving the price to the downside, almost 10 attempts in a row here. So we had that news, the tweet from Elon Musk, the news that came out. It looked like we were going to get a bullish break. This is why it's important to wait for the candlesticks to close on Wednesday. Make that on Tuesday when we were up towards the highs. It looked like the bullish break was coming. Looked like the bulls would finally get over all these moving average resistances and head back up towards 230 and 232 key resistance levels. But that was not the case. We saw profit taking off of that news. A big bearish day right at support on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday, lower highs and lower lows continuing to the downside. So there's a couple key supports left, and then we're going to be shifting very convincingly bearish on Tesla in the midterm. And we already really are shifting bearish because of that loss of 222. But we have this 200-day moving average support. You can see how quick this bounce was back on the June rally. And because it was such a strong bounce, we have very few support levels established. We can see a little bit of a support level down here at 208. But my point is, once we lose this 200-day moving average support, if we lose it, 217.39, we could see a move back down towards 200 and back down towards 187. It all really depends on what the overall market does, but even then, we've seen this bearish action, even though some stocks are able to see a bullish break from their tight pattern. So the weekly time frame from Tesla shows it a bit more clear. I was personally looking for a bullish break on Tesla and was watching on Tuesday thinking that might be the catalyst for the breakout. You can see after this strong move, getting above key moving average resistances on the weekly, back testing and holding, then we started to consolidate, but this was normal healthy consolidation on decreasing volume, holding key support, tightening range, and the bulls were looking for another leg to the upside, and they obviously did not get it. And we can now see the lower low, the clear break from the range of the past 2 weeks. The 100 week is rejecting the price, and we are holding on barely to the last 50-day moving average support of 219, or the 50 week 219.56. And if we lose that level and the 200-day moving average support, you can see there's not a whole lot of support until the low 200s and then down to the 180s. So it's going to be very interesting here on Tesla. Increase in bearish volume with all that activity and the bears winning the battle. And let's look at a trend line here really quick that sees that rejection occur. We can draw a couple trend lines here. We'll get the longer term one. Didn't even get up towards that level. And then we've got the shorter term trend right here, and the lower high you can see unable to break above that point. The uptrend would be tested here very soon, so still within that pattern. We could bounce off this support and see a bullish break. Again, if the market hits all-time highs, that would be a potential scenario, but we're going to be watching that 200-day and this weekly uptrend line to see if the bulls are able to recover and make another attempt at this downtrend resistance line. So let's look at Tesla on the hourly past 5 days. There's that bullish reaction to the tweet. Sell-off on the news. Huge volume was a red flag, but we held the 20-period moving average support and the 100-period and saw a little bit of a rally after hours. But then as soon as the next day opened, another big bearish dump. Lost that 100-period moving average support, and that right here, this candlestick, I would say, was the indication that the bears were in full control. All moving averages, resistance on the hourly. And then we just hit lower highs and lower lows for the next few days with the exponential moving average resistances doing a good job of keeping this price down. So the bears are in control of Tesla. A couple key support levels remain. We'll see if the bulls can defend them. I appreciate you watching. Have a great rest of your weekend.